Yeah, so my big trend in politics is Realpolitik. Yeah, just realism. So I don't know if you're familiar with like Realpolitik and what it means. Basically, it's like a system of like, let's say, political action or political sort of paradigms that are not based on ideology. Basically, it's a type of politics that is just based on practical terms. So normally, part of Realpolitik is like balance of power and like responding aggressively towards foreign threats, etc. So I think it's just practical politics rather than politics that are guided by moral or, let's say, ideological considerations. And I think that's unfortunately to some extent the big trend of 2022. I think it's obvious here that Russia's invasion of Ukraine has had immense ripple effects in society at large, specifically in Europe. And I think the most telling thing here is that Germany has decided to increase its military spending a few months ago, like in the summer, I think, of 2022. The German parliament, I think, even made changes to the national constitution, allowing it to increase the military budget, which has been unprecedented. Like, I mean, post-World War II Germany has always had a relatively small army for all the different reasons you can think of. And and I think it's really different attitude here, right? So we're really moving into a time where sort of military confrontation is something that people are talking about again. And I think that that's very worrying. Even just sort of this normalization of mentioning or discussing tactical nuclear missiles and things like that. I think it's really shown a change in attitude towards military conflict, and I think it's worrying. But I think it's been the biggest trend, and yeah, I think it's definitely not something that I'm very excited about, but I do think it's an important trend. It's probably also going to have some impact moving into 2023, right? Because ultimately there's a strong correlation between countries that spend a lot of money on the military and that go to war. There's like a clear correlation, like the countries that have the biggest military budget always also tend to be the ones that get more involved in military conflicts. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of like a big trend. And so that's my 2022 trend. My runner-up in politics was the Iranian protester, which I think was like a more, also like a really interesting trend. But so Realpolitik, I think we're heading into like a really different type of era in terms of international politics.
Yeah. So,